It's the Heritage Company. Have you ever seen one of these drill bits? Well, it's actually a bit for a brace. It's a screwdriver bit. Someone decided that it was a chisel and beat on it for some reason. I don't know why. Perhaps they had a specific need for something that size to drive into something. Or they were trying to spin something around and use this one because they had no idea what it was. Performs the same function as this. This is a Stanley. It's an old Stanley. Stanley number 26-5/16. You put that in a brace and it gives you tremendous leverage to loosen straight bit screws. Now, some people call them flatheads, and that's not the name for them. Flathead screw just has a head that sets level with the surface, usually countersunk. Straight bit, straight bar across. This is the same kind of thing. Miller's Falls. Goodell Pratt, made in USA. It's a 352. Huh? I can't determine a name on this one. And this is a countersink. This would be used to set what is called a flathead screw flush with the surface. Sometimes it's used to deburr a hole. Let's see if we can determine a name on this one. Nope, don't see a name. M-A-L-L-E-R. Mayhew. No, H-E-W. Mayhew. M-A-Y-H-E-W. Lots of companies were making these tools, but not many survived into the 1900s. Miller Falls, MF, made in USA. $396. And this is an unusual one. Lightning, 3/4, 1/32. That's the patent. Wiley and Russell Manufacturing. Now this is a reamer. Pretty dull. Usually if you pick up a reamer, the edge is sharp enough to cut you. This one's been rattling around in a box for a long time. It's going to take some work to get it sharp again, but it'd be well worth it. Then we get into the big boys. Made in USA. Craftsman. Auger bits are marked with a number stamped on the tang. This is an 18. Now each number is a 1/16 of an inch, so this is 18/16, inch and an eighth drill bit. Still in really good shape. It's been sharpened, but not abused too badly. The spurs stick up above the cutting edge, so it'll score the wood before the cutting edge, this radial cutting edge, starts cutting. This scores the wood and makes a circle so that this chisel type blade can be pulled down in by the pilot screw, and it just shears off the shaving as it goes around. Nice drill bit. I have to clean that off before I can read it. These adjustable bits are one of my favorites. This one has been abused though. This spur, by the time you get it out large enough to make a full-size hole, that might actually be touching the wood before this radial cutting edge starts going in. But it's been filed down quite a bit. As you can see on this one, the further out it goes, the closer to the wood surface this spur goes. These are often filed by filing the top edge of this piece, this adjustable cutter, and then they file down the spur thinking that they have to sharpen the top edge, and all you really need to do is get a sharp front on it. So you don't sharpen it from the top down, you sharpen it from the front back, so it maintains its height as long as possible. Clark. I think when I clean that one up, it'll show. This one's rather unusual. It has markings on the shank to tell you how deep it's drilled. And like the rest, this spur has been filed down to the point where it's below this cutting edge. And this one has definitely been filed down quite a bit. I'll have to see what I can do with it. Very happy to have this pile of tools. Quite a collection. This is something you don't see much anymore, called a gimlet bit. And it does a good job of making holes for wood screws. Now this is either a 6S or an S9. It's only stamping on it. It's a 6. I don't know what that trademark means. Here's the last of the gimlet bits. This one's been filed down to the point where it's not really drilling anymore. It's also a number 6. Evidently somebody had a need for a number 6. And they used up a lot of them. This is called a center bit. And it doesn't have a pilot screw on it. And when I first saw one of these, I thought, oh, that's not any good. They cut really, really well. James. Don't know if that's an owner's stamp or a maker's stamp. I have to clean that up a little bit, see if I can read it. H-I-L-G, and then the rest is pretty well screwed up. S-H-E-E. Germany. Well, I might not be able to read it because it's in German. That might be the problem. It's good shape. Fifteen, 30 seconds. It's a twist drill used in a brace and bit. They really actually cut quite well. You have to press down pretty hard. And it's best to have it sharpened extremely well. And this one's been taken care of. It's not broken or damaged. But people don't use these much anymore because, quite frankly, a power drill goes much faster. Well, that's a section of the parts, that's a bit of the auger bits and drill bits and twist drills and screwdriver bits and reamers and gimlets and center drills and spade bits and adjustable drills. And this, even though it's called a folky knife, I think they mean it was somebody handmade it. This is a chisel. Not made into a knife, it's a chisel. Poorly sharpened. But these are from the days when a blacksmith made things. Malleable iron clamp. Looks to be about a 6-inch. Number on the top is 125. 126. Nope. Looks like a 125 from this angle, but when I hold it like this, it looks a little bit like a 126, but it's a 125. Made by the SHC company. This is an old one because it's got this type of foot on the screw. Still straight though, not been beat up or bent. Nobody closed it with a hammer. Didn't use too big of a cheater bar. It's a little better look at the pile of tools that I got from the Heritage Company. And I have a lot of them to clean up and sharpen and get ready to go. If you have any suggestions for new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.